these courtrooms?
We have seen prosecutors basically laughing at individuals before they put them away or before they, go to court. We have seen prosecutors misrepresent information. We have actually heard a prosecutor say that they were the no bond Nancy in the courts, saying that, they believe in holding people in prison or in cages. So we've heard it and seen a lot.
Yeah.
And to have regular, everyday citizens to go in and to actually see what's going on, and it looks nothing like Law and Order.
Right. And the scary thing about this, Judith, is that has to be very intimidating to someone who is not, is not a lawyer, is not litigious, and is in this courtroom with their life on the line, in cuffs, being treated, subhuman, and have all these people kind of talking around you or talking at you. I just wonder, what power does the individual have? DC is fortunate enough to have a pretty good public defender program, but across this country, that's not true. Public defenders are doing good work. They're overloaded. It's hard to, represent everyone fairly, I imagine. What can individuals do?
Local elections, and I'm sure you have stressed this point on your show thousands of times, local elections are so incredibly important. People don't even understand who is running for DA. And the DA is so important in setting the tone for his office for the prosecutors that work underneath that DA. And so with court watchers, that's definitely one way of holding these players accountable. But local elections is so incredibly important. And Tiffany, we've got to stay proactive. I'm so glad for the work that Kiana is doing, because we can't wait for the next police-involved shooting or the next not guilty verdict, or read another headline of someone's exoneration who spent decades in prison for a crime they didn't commit. We shouldn't have to wait for those things to happen. So what we need to do is really get involved and understand who's running for these unopposed positions, because there are DAs who have those positions for so long because they run unopposed or because they don't know what their platform is. And so by sitting in court and understanding, okay, listen, we repeatedly see these prosecutors asking for bail amounts for first-time offenders, nonviolent offenders that are just egregious. Who is commander-in-chief of that office? What are they doing? And so local elections are incredibly important.
Yeah, I think that's a really good point, and I hope our viewers took note. I represented myself in court one time over a traffic ticket. It was nothing. And literally, the only legalese I knew was from television shows. And I remember saying to the judge, Your Honor, if it pleases the court, may I approach the bench? And I really only said that because I watched so many TV shows to say that. And my life wasn't on the line. So I think the work that you're doing, Kiana, is so crucially important. So thank you for that. Thank you, Kiana Johnson and Yodi, for being here. I really appreciate you both. And coming up next, are you an avid elementary fan?